Hi, I'm Angela Martin and welcome to number 1 Salamone Drive in Kuranda. This lifestyle property is immaculate, and I mean immaculate in every sense of the word. And it's a beautiful family home. It's big, it's bright, it's spacious, and as you'd expect, it's on a whopping 3,800 square meters. Beautiful tropical natural garden. So let's go in and have a wonderful look around. But before we do, make sure that you press that subscribe button or the little notification bell so that you find out about other fabulous properties just like this one, and you'll find out before everyone else does. Let's go in and have a look. You're going to fall in love with it. Isn't this just a fabulous feel? I know that when you're physically not here, you can't really feel it, but this property, instantly you come in the driveway and it has a brilliant calming feel. And of course you've got all these beautiful plants, which I'm not going to get too excited because we'll come out and have a good look at the gardens later. But we are going to head into the main part of the house and I'll do a little bit of orientation so you know exactly where you are. Let's go in. Welcome to this absolutely humongous, beautiful, big, comfy living space. So you'll have noticed at the very beginning we're on a corner property, corner block. So we have two entrances. One is the main entrance and the other is the tradesman's entrance, as it were. But we've got two ways of coming in, and we can drive all the way through and all the way through, but we'll show that when we go into the gardens. Now, living area is big. We've got a bit of orientation here. So we come into from the main entrance, the proper entrance, living area, and then behind us we've got an office and the master bedroom, and then down this side we've got two other bedrooms plus a separate toilet and a family bathroom. But this is brilliant. We've got, everyone knows that I love kitchens, and this kitchen is sort of spectacular actually, because it is out onto the main patio living entertaining area. You can get views out onto the garden, and of course we've got easy access out to the carport, which is just through there. So tradesman's entrance, you can come in there with all your shopping. But look at this, it's clean. I did mention the word immaculate, don't know how many times, and it is just a chef's dream kitchen because we've got gas cooker, we've got plenty of space either side, we've got a workbench, we've got a little pantry, not that that matters because wait till I show you what's coming, space for a microwave oven, we've got a sink, we've got a dishwasher, and of course fabulous views again out onto great big dining entertaining area. But come this way, if ever you wanted a butler's pantry, this would surely have to be it. We've got plenty of natural light, open shelving, so we can put everything that we own from a cooking point of view in here, nice and easy. Now, we've also got space. We had a big double fridge just as we came in, but we've also got space here, so we could put in a chest freezer or another fridge. Not that you need the space, but it is there. And then, of course, we come back out. How brilliant is that? Absolutely fantastic. I just love it. Now, before we head down and have a look at the bedrooms, The second entrance, which would be where the carport is and where we park the car, comes in here. Now this, we're going to do it the other way around. We're going to come out here and imagine that we have just come out of our car. So this is where we came up the driveway. That's the front door that way, and we come up into the carport. Crim safe doors, fantastic, fully screened, fully air conditioned. And you know, this is the equivalent of you know, people who have got big estates. They have a wet room, or they have a place where they can just dump stuff, for want of a better expression. You know, you can take your muddy shoes off if you've been out in the garden, or if you've got stuff that's wet, or if you want to do your ironing, you want to fold your towels. It is just a brilliant functional space. And again, it's big and it's bright. So we're going to head down and have a look at those other bedrooms. I'm just going to meet you in the hallway. We're just going to have a quick look at the, well, we've got 4 bedrooms, but I want to keep the best for last. So this is bedroom number 1, which again is, everything's beautiful and fresh and clean and sparkly. So plenty of space. That, for orientation, looks out onto the carport, but all the windows have blinds or dressings on them so that you've got ultimate privacy. And everyone loves cupboard space. So again, with the kitchen, everything you own in terms of your kitchen appliances will just go in your butler's pantry. Fabulous. And we've got 1, 2, 3 doors here. Again, shouldn't open people's cupboard doors, but plenty of space. This I love because modern bathrooms, or sometimes bathrooms in houses, can be really quite teeny. I mentioned at the beginning about this being a big and bright and open feel of a house with plenty of space. And it's hard to imagine that from here to here, we've actually got the so-called family bathroom. So we've got a separate toilet. Great functionality here that you can just come out the loo and you get access to a little sink. And then we've actually got the bathroom. Blinds, window dressings again, nice great big mirror, really big vanity, bubbly bath. Just very excited about bubbly baths. Wait till I show you this other bubbly bath. But have a quick look in here too. Just have a quick look at the size of that shower. It's got a recess in there. This is a big shower. Wait till you see the master. This is just all too exciting. Oops, just banged the door there. So we came in the main door, which is just behind us. And then again, we've got another really lovely, spacious bedroom. They've all got air conditioning, so you're not going to have to worry about air. We've got plenty of bright windows, garden views, and we have got, again, our built-in robes. So space, lots and lots of space. Fans, look at how beautiful and clean the fans are. I did mention that it was immaculate. If we come back through here, ooh, isn't that gorgeous when you walk around your house and you can actually look out? We didn't see it from this view, but that is just glorious. You know, you just come out of one room into the other. You'll probably never ever use this door because you'll park your car there, get out the car, do all your fancy stuff in your wet room. And then this is the audience. Not the audience, this is an office. But another bedroom, again, big desk, and you can see that you've still got plenty of space. Fabulous. Living area, we've been. Now, this is just a little bit of a drum roll. Ensuite extraordinaire, master wing. If you have people, you can just close that door and nobody would ever know what was behind here. So come on in. Big air conditioner. And look at the size of this bedroom. It looks out onto the patio. Green, gorgeous tropical gardens. I did mention that we have got window coverings for privacy, not that you need it. And then up and over there, we have got a fabulous studio, but that's in half a minute. And then we have a walk-in robe. Again, I keep using the word again because like it's just assumed, but this is a really big space with all the open rack shelvings. But this you're going to love. You are absolutely going to love. At the end of a stressful day, well, it's pretty hard to be stressed in a property like this, but if you have had a particularly busy day and you just want a little peace and privacy, you could just jump in there. Look at that spa. You could imagine it just filled with bubbles, bubbly bath, plenty of space for your glass of wine or champagne or even a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, whatever you fancy. But that will de-stress you in like a second and a half. And then there's the other big shower. Look at the size of the shower. It's massive. We've got great big shower rows there, but you can splish splash. We've got a little grass bricks there, just again for some extra natural light. But this is just luxury. Before we go, what was this little thing here, Angela, you said? Well, that is brilliant. It goes all the way down so that we have complete and utter privacy. You're either using the loo or you're in the bath, and that just goes up and down. Isn't that just fabulous? Oh, it's so exciting. Now we're just going to have another quick breathe in and look around, and then we're going to head out onto that lifestyle deck and check out the studio. I cannot get over the amount of space. We call it a butler's pantry, but in actual fact, it is a room. And I don't know if you noticed at the beginning, we've actually got space for, and I did forget to mention, a double fridge. There's a single one there, but I've just checked and there is plenty. So, drum roll. This is tropical living at its best. We all want to live outdoors. We can relax in there at night watching telly, maybe. We can be in there cooking tea, but we're going to be sitting out there having our breakfast or a dinner, and we're going to be sitting here with a little feet up, just enjoying life as it should be. We've got plenty of undercover, so even on the heaviest of rainy days, you're still going to be out here and be able to enjoy it. Absolutely sensational. So if we have this feel, I mentioned about light and bright and space. If you've got little animals, little children, little baby dogs, we have actually got brilliant fencing. So we've got fencing that goes all the way from here to here, all the way from here to here, and then all the way from here. So we've also got 3 gates, which means it doesn't really matter which part of the garden you are in, you can get out or you can get in. There's nothing more annoying than when you got to walk all the way around somewhere. So yeah, absolutely perfect. And all garden views, green, lush, rainforesty, and just really, really calming. Now, spot the elephant in the room. I love this. This is a gorgeous little, it's approximately 6 by 8 art studio. Could possibly be a granny flat, or you could make it into a granny flat if you wanted to, but it's red cedar and it just has the most amazing feel. It's brilliant. We're going to come and walk through the gardens, but just look at the colours, look at the orchids, look at the begonias. It's just magic. So we will pop through here. Oops. Let's watch a little bit here because they will spring in. And just the artwork, there's clearly been an artist. Look at this, isn't this fabulous? I love that. That is artistry on a plate. Absolutely fabulous. You've got to take your hat off to anyone who can actually put that stuff together from scrap metal. But look at the space in here. We've got, again, plenty of light. We've got nice high ceiling. We've got a wooden floorboards. So it feels creative. You just want to come in here and do things. But as I mentioned, if you have a member of the family that you would like to maybe just have in a slightly separate area, could be a big rumpus area if you've got, you know, grown-up children or teenage children, or, you know, Airbnb, there's just so much potential. But look at this. I love this. We've got a little screen here, we've got windows here, and there's a lot of stuff in here, and you can still feel like you can have a good old wander around. So it's all too exciting. We're going to head out into the gardens and have an explore. I'm just in love with all those gorgeous little art sculptures. And before we head down into the garden, that is the spa extraordinaire. So just imagine that would be a little view out into the garden. And this is where we came in. So, you know, it gives you that sense of, I mean, look at that. We've got block rendered walls, natural light bouncing about, but I just love the colours in the garden. So we're going to have a bit of a little wander through, so you can see how much love, and I mean love, has been put into them, and there's just a joy about being in a rainforest garden. Gorgeous plants. Look at this. Where else in the world can you have little wood heaters in the winter with your little feet out, sitting on a comfy chair, looking up at the stars? Just absolutely priceless. So easy care. Look at this, beautiful, beautiful plants. It's just stunning, absolutely stunning. Let's head through over here. I'm going to show you this really big bit of tree. We mentioned the word joy, and you know, in the rainforest, we're surrounded by trees. Of course we are. It's World Heritage, natural wet tropics, just best place on the planet, according to David Attenborough. Hi, David. Hope you're well. But look at this. This has been on this property, has been chopped down at some point, maybe fallen down at some point. But look at all the all the gorgeous little creatures that would live in it. Easy walk path, gorgeous canopy. You just, I keep mentioning the fact, I'll just pop around this way so you can see that it's just so difficult to not be relaxed, to just be at one with nature, because it's all around us. Gorgeous trees like this. This is a bottle, a little bottle bush. And of course, again, a little bit of fun, when it's sunny, it sparkles. And I think it is just magic, absolutely magic. Again, a little bit of joy, a little bit of fun, just, you know, various times of the day, reflecting all those sunbeams. And look at this, come around here and have a look at this. These are torch gingers. They're unbelievably beautiful. They're like wax, just like wax. Little art sculptures, and this is where again we came out the back door. So that's gate number 2 or gate number 1 or gate number 3, but that's one of the 3 gates. So again, we've got nice easy access. But look at this. Love it, absolutely love it. And of course, little gorgeous bit for little birdies. You will get kookaburras, sunbirds. There will be a list that long, maybe even the rare rifle bird that will come along and visit you on a daily basis. So you'll actually hear probably more than you can see. Bird song, it is priceless. But look at this, look, wow. And this is what they look like when they're actually coming up. And if you have a look up here, They get really, really tall. And we've got trees. Can you believe we've actually got a coffee tree here? So you could, if you wanted to, you might be waiting a while for some coffee, but we've got coffee tree and a black sapoti tree. So it's called a black ice cream pudding tree because the fruit is really big and it's chocolatey and it's actually gorgeous. And then we come all the way around here. Ferns, just beautiful ferns. Great big tree up here, blue ginger. And it takes us up through onto where we would have come in our second entrance. So this gives you an idea of, we've come pretty much full circle. Little birdies on the front gate there. So this has got a gate on it, not that you need it, but it's there. So we come up the front one and you can come all the way through down in here, or you can come up here, drive into the carport and head out in the other way. So it's really handy if you've got a trailer or a caravan, or you know, you've got people visiting, you're not going to get all squashed up. But this is brilliant. It's a little potting shed. It is probably one of the cleanest potting sheds I've ever seen in my whole life. But the joy of being able to pick up your little pots, just take some cuttings from the garden and put them in and propagate them and then plant them somewhere else is priceless. So I want you just to take a big breath, take it all in, and we're going to do a wrap up. I just can't stop looking at that fabulous little potting shed. Now, we did have a quick look here when we were in the wet room and the laundry area, which is just here. But I just wanted to just sort of put the idea in your head, in your little mind, that if the house isn't big enough, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, massive entertaining, great big kitchen, great big butler's pantry, we have a fabulous space there that could also be used as an extra room. So it's a really big carport. I mean, like, it's a really, really big carport. And we've got sealed ceiling in there. We've got our brick pillars, and of course we've got a concrete slab. So that would be really easy to do something extra with if you wanted to. And because we're on almost a full acre, you could put up a big massive shed, or you could put up another carport. You could put a carport here. There is just so much flexibility and just so much. Oh, look at those trees. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The joys of living in the rainforest. So we started here and I just love it. I think this is just a beautiful, calm, glorious spot. You come home again at the end of the day, just filled with the joys. So sort of speechless really. Doesn't happen very often, but I mean, even frangipani trees. So why would you buy this property? It's just immaculate. It's gorgeous. It's big enough for a family. You can extend it if you wanted to. Why would you? But you could. Plenty of space for an extra shed if you wanted to. And the location is just absolutely brilliant. We're 15 minutes from Smithfield Shopping Centre, where you've got your Woolies and your Coles and your Bunnings, yet you're in amongst nature. You would not know, you hear that little bird? You would not know that you were so close to civilization. air conditioning, fans, just sparkly, gorgeous properties. So give me a call, Angela Martin, 0403 788 187. Visit the website, AngelaMartin.TV, and don't forget that spa. And also please don't forget to press that subscribe button, notification bell, if you want to see more fabulous lifestyle properties like this one. I look forward to showing you your beautiful new home.